And it's interesting that that's where you met Ken.
Yeah.
Because Ken and you, I would say, are probably the sort of the initiative force that really put together a real organization of the families. Am I
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what happened. And then, okay, to get back to Friday, before the car wash, um, we were at the answer, protest, and answer's good at calling out press. They called out press, and anyway, the next week, because of that protest, I had the TV stations calling me and saying, "It's okay if I, give out your number to a couple people who want to talk to you about their family, their loved ones being killed." And that's where I met a few more people. A few more people. One of them was Sylvia Fuentes. She called me, and she said something like, she says, you don't know me and I don't know you, but I have a feeling that you can do something about this stuff, And I don't know, I've known her ever since there too.
Yeah, we interviewed Steve Torres and his wife,
Mm-hmm.
and they had mentioned that when it all came down, of course, they want to just pull the blanket over their heads and just make the world go away, and it was meeting you that was able to get them out and active and involved. Uh, and so,
No, well, I never do that. All I know is that Steve, when he first met me, he felt so bad. You know, I never forget. He was blaming himself for my kid's death.
because he felt he didn't do enough.
He felt like he didn't get out and do like what I did, like right off, within the first week getting on TV and stuff about it. And me, I just did it because it was nervous energy because I had to do something.
Right.
And but no, for a whole year after that, he would come to me and he'd be in tears sometimes, saying, "Mike, I'm sorry." He says, "If I would have acted faster," I said, he said, your son might not be dead." And I keep telling him, "Steve, you can't say that. You couldn't tell the future. None of us could. You just can't blame yourself for that. You got to take care of your family. You don't be thinking about what if and what could have been. It's done, and we're together fighting now, and that's what counts. But yeah, he felt almost responsible for my kid's death, and I don't see how he could have felt that way. Because he couldn't have stopped that guy. It was circumstances that happened. I mean, if Alan wouldn't have done what he did late that night, he wouldn't have started going nuts. If Eric would have said, "Screw it, I'm not going to call the cops," he'd still be alive. I mean, anything could have happened that would have changed it. So, so Steve, he's a good man, but he shouldn't have blamed himself for it because it wasn't his fault.